Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Just going to double check that we are actually live. I don't know. Yes, we are live. Hello. Hope you're all doing well this evening. But most of the people watching this is actually going to be the afternoon for you because you're going to be viewing in Florida and the States. So I hope you're all doing well today. And thank you for joining the stream. And of course, if you are obviously watching this on pre-recorded session without watching it live, hello to you as well. Thanks for joining. So today we've been thankfully tagged by a few people in the last couple of weeks, actually, a few YouTubers in the Disney community, the likes of Josh and Jenna from Resort TV1, and other communities as well locally. Dreamers Empire as well, they tagged us for doing this Disney tag video. So we're doing this live, we're going to try and attempt it live. Please let us know if the connection isn't very good, and we'll try and change it for you. I'm going to try and attempt actually now to get the comments up, so bear with me 1 second. I'll hopefully be able to see myself on here, viewing myself live. Let's have a look. Oh wow, 6 people watching. Hello. Hope you're all doing well today. Thanks for joining. I've also got the live chat open here so I can see who can comment and live and join us live. So that's brilliant. So thanks a lot for all of you for watching. We're going to be doing the answers to the questions here, where it's basically sending different communities. Different Disney live communities around the YouTube community. I don't know how many times I said community there, but so basically we've got different channels here who have spread the word about linking different ones to us. Basically, we've got about 18 questions that we need to answer about the Disney parks and also films and everything Disney related. So it's a great thing to get involved in the in the community of the YouTube Disney stuff. So without further ado, what we're going to do is I'm going to include the answers to my questions here. We've got 18. So the first one is the first time in Disney World. Now, Disney World was indeed the first time we went to a Disney park locally. And obviously we've been to the likes of Disneyland Paris. I haven't been to Disneyland California, not yet anyway. But indeed our first trip was to Walt Disney World, and that was way back in 1999. I was actually born in 1995, so I was 4 when I first went to Disney World. So I can remember parts about it, a fair amount, which is really nice. But obviously, there's a lot back in those days. When you were about 4 years old, you don't remember all the details like you do when you visit the parks nowadays. Obviously, you've got a bit of change and a little bit of difference with obviously with the amount you remember. But the memories that I do have of the parks when I was younger was just the magic, the thoughts of going around the parks, the amazement. The first time you go, there's nothing like it. Every time you go, brilliant. It's absolutely amazing. But there's never like that first time you go where you think, wow, yeah, whew, it's it's just mind blowing how exciting, and amazing the parks are, and it's awesome. It's just it's definitely our favorite place to go on holiday as a family, and it will continue to be like that. As far as we're concerned, because we love the likes of Disneyland Paris and other parks like that, and other parts of the world as well. Other holidays we've been on, amazing. We've had a lot of fun. But Disney World, those kind of holidays, going to Florida, going to Orlando, you can't top those really. So it's definitely our favourite time. So we went actually in August 1995. So it was around the time of us, it was around the time actually Animal Kingdom Park was opening, and that was all new, and that was all kind of a new thing that was happening. So yeah, it's obviously way back now, but I can still remember vividly different things about the time we went there. So favourite park, this is a tough one. About 10 years ago, probably only 5-6 years ago actually, it used to be MGM Studios, or now as you say Hollywood Studios. But actually that has changed because we feel that Magic Kingdom now is our favourite. It was a tough one. It was either between MGM Studios or Magic Kingdom. But it's definitely Magic Kingdom now because you have the old traditional rides, you have all the old magic as well as new magic involved. But for MGM Studios, it's just sad to see how they're changing it. I mean, we're really looking forward to the Star Wars stuff and a new Toy Story Land and other Pixar-related attractions coming soon. But to be honest with you, we miss the Hollywood, the Hollywood vibe, the excitement with like sort of great movies, right? We just find it really disappointing that an attraction like that shows the history of, the films and movies and things like that. It's such a shame to think that a ride like that is gone. It was in the middle of MGM Studios, and it was literally the heart of MGM Studios. It was all what the park was meant to show in the 90s and 2000s. But now that's gone, and don't get me wrong, I'm looking forward to the Mickey Mouse ride. Not so much the animation, sorry, but they're making subtle changes like they did with Epcot in the 1990s. For me, it's awkward because they're almost making it more the Disney Star Wars kind of experience where it used to be all about Hollywood. It used to be all about Disney and more things like that. Where you'd get involved and actually learn a bit more of the history instead of it being all Disney focused. But anyway, that's just my opinion. So we've got quite a few people joined actually. I'm kind of juggling the chats and also the questions here. So we've got here. Let's have a look. Oh, we've got our themed live. Hello, how you doing? Good to see you join. And we've also got Dreamers Empire. Hello. This is again down to you guys for getting involved and getting me to do this. So thank you very much. And we've got Mary Ellen Clark as well. So we've got quite a few people joining. So I hope you're all doing well today. And so anyway, we'll move on to our next question. So our favourite park, like I was saying, Magic Kingdom has to be our favourite. So the favourite land in the Magic Kingdom, that's appropriate because that is our favourite park. So hey, I'd have to say, oh, that's a hard one. Okay, I'd have to say probably Tomorrowland because as much as I like the likes of Frontierland and areas like that, it's a tough one because I'd have to say Frontierland and Tomorrowland because Frontierland, you've obviously got the likes of Splash Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain, and Hollywood, not Hollywood, Haunted Mansion, where it's kind of involved within, that's more like Liberty Square. That's more that area. You've obviously got one of our favourite attractions there in that area, but Tomorrowland's got that futuristic edge, but also inspired by Walt Disney's old vision of the future, which is kind of cool how they've kept that way. And got the likes of the Blue Line, the Carousel of Progress, again one of our favourite attractions in that part of the park, and also the Blue Line and Space Mountain. So they're really fun rides and a fun experience with the area music. It's just all everything seems to be happening there, and it's a good part of the park. So question 4 is, what is your favourite Disney movie you saw in the theatres? Oh gosh, I'd have to say actually one of my favourites is the Pirates of the Caribbean. We've watched most of those series, most of the films actually in the cinemas, and the experience with the visual effects, the 3D, everything that looks so impressive with the theatre and the cinema is, you can't beat watching it in the cinema. I mean, we've got the movies, we've got the whole collection in 3D, but the whole thing with watching it in a cinema with this huge screen and all of this atmosphere is brilliant. That's personally that was one of our favourites. But like the question says, what is your first Disney movie? And that would have been around the first that I'd seen, the first Pirates of the Caribbean, because I've seen the likes of Pixar films and other films like that. We watched more really when like the likes of being at home, to be honest with you, not actually in the cinema. So that is that one. Number 5. What type of Disney item do you collect the most? Oh gosh. Haunted Mansion maybe. Yeah. So as you can tell, there's quite a lot of Haunted Mansion stuff here, which is awesome because it's one of our favourite attractions, if not our favourite. And yes, definitely that is mostly what we and I collect when I go to the Disney parks. I have to get at least something Haunted Mansion orientated every time we go to Disney World. It's our favourite ride, mixed with the likes of the Phantom Manor in Disneyland Paris. It's nice. I've got quite a lot of scary photos here with the Haunted Mansion and things like that. So it's definitely my favourite thing for collecting item wise when we go to Disney World and the parks. Okay, which Disney voice character would you like to meet? Okay, this one's pretty easy. It would have to be Mickey Mouse, I think, because obviously you've got Walt Disney who did the original voice, but you've got obviously you've got the people who've done it since, and it's the hiya pal, and it's just like the happy, oh, and so it's it's a lot of fun, and Mickey Mouse is the most popular Disney character. Let's face it, So I think that would be my favourite voice actor I'd like to meet, to actually see who does the voice. Is it a male? Is it a female? This high pitch voice they have to put on for the parades, the attractions, the voices. especially for the new attraction coming in, replacing the Great Movies ride. So it'd be funny to see who actually is the voice behind Mickey Mouse. Right, most underrated Disney movie. I think there's actually a few of these. There's quite a few. I personally think that the likes of Treasure Planet, that was a really good film. The animation and me as a kid really connected to that film. Really enjoyed it. Also Atlantis, and Brother Bear. Those kind of films. There's not necessarily one. There's quite a few actually that are underrated, but I just felt were really good. Really really good films that had a really good hidden message within different parts of the film and an overall message, which is my personal opinion. Which question are we on now? Okay, number 8, favorite Disney hotel. Okay, we've stayed in quite a few Disney hotels actually. We've done it quite a lot in the past as well, and I'd have to say we like the likes of the Beach Club and Coronado Springs and things like that. But I think I'd have to say the Yacht Club. That's probably our favourite. It's an amazing hotel. It's just amazing, and it's got that old feel to the Disney hotel itself, and it's just it's kind of transports you back in that time, and it's really nice. I feel. But we're just going to take a pause from the questions and have a look at the live chat here. Let's have a little look. Hello, so we've still got people watching. That's good. You're not bored? Woo! So, thanks again for tuning in. For the new people who are here, we've got 5 people watching still now, so that's great. And we've got Disney Days. Hello, welcome to the live chat. Hope you're well. And we're just carrying on. We're halfway through the questions now, so thanks again for everyone who did tag me. It's brilliant, and thanks for getting me to get involved. And obviously, doing this live is a little crazy, but we're getting there. Okay, so. Number 9, favourite ride. Oh, okay. It would have to be the Haunted Mansion, I think. The Haunted Mansion is definitely our favourite. It used to be the likes of the Tower of Terror and more theme rides like that. But with the Haunted Mansion, you've got how Walt Disney himself was involved in creating the ride, and a lot of obviously it's got a lot of history and a lot of people who enjoy the ride. Because it's so old, it's a typically older attraction, which works so well because it's meant to be an older sort of haunted mansion. You know what I mean? So it's good that you've got that feel, the smells, the darkness, the dinginess, where you're going into the attraction itself, and it just all fits the aesthetics and the whole feel when you're going through the ride. It's just really cool. It's a nice long ride. I wish it was even longer, to be fair, and I just like how they do the the sort of slower paced and the creepy bits of the first half of the ride, and then they've kind of got like the more happier, jolly pace to the second time. So it's got a bit of both in there for a lot of people to get involved with, and it's good for adults as well as kids. So it's a good movie for that. Good attraction for that kind of thing, and that's why it's our favourite. Another sort of runner-ups to those are the likes of Splash Mountain, Tower of Terror, like I mentioned, Space Mountain, and Pirates of the Caribbean as well. So they're definitely one of our favourites as well. So, okay, number 11, favourite show at the parks. Oh, gosh. It has to be the most recent one. We loved Wishes, but the one that I can't even think of the name now, actually. We've only seen it, we went on holiday, like I say, last in November 2017. The show that's on there now is just amazing. It's incredible. It involves, the theatres, the movies, the rides, a bit of both, a bit of everything. I know it's more orientated on the movies now, with Pixar as well as Disney animation and real life stuff. But it's just got a bit of everything, a bit of action, a bit of scary, a bit of comedy, and it's managed to capture everything that Disney do with their films. I think with their motion picture films, and putting it on the castle with fireworks and music, it just in the end of it makes you almost feel like you want to have a tear in your eye. Do you know what I mean? So it's just very emotional. And a very, very nice, nice experience. To be honest with you, it's definitely my favourite so far. I don't think they could top it. Our second favourite has to probably be Illuminations, because Reflections of Earth. The whole feel of that. That's again another tearjerker. It makes you feel pretty emotional, and it's amazing. It's just an amazing experience that's so epic, especially with the end with the fireworks. It's really cool. That's good. So, next question. Okay, favourite attraction that is no longer in the parks. Okay, like many of you have already done in this Disney Q&A, the likes of Josh and Jenna from Resort TV One, and a few others as well. Definitely Horizons. It was just such a really cool futuristic attraction that lots of people do miss, rightfully so. I mean, obviously though the rumours about the sinkhole, and anyway, whatever reason they decided to take it down, they definitely should have thought about preserving it or moving it or something like that, instead of replacing it with what rubbish is there now. I mean, I'm sorry for the people who do like Mission Space, but the whole experience with going from the past into the future and then looking into the future to the past, and the whole duration and the imagination, the inspiration, the music, the scenes, everything was just pretty damn perfect. And you go through the attraction itself, and you've got obviously the beginning where it's kind of tempting you, showing you the past, and then kind of the middle of the attraction shows you, the possibilities of why they think, okay, this is our prediction almost, we'll show you because we live there, that kind of thing. And then you go into the future and you actually see how they live in land, sea, space, the desert habitats, and you even get to decide your own ending to the ride. You have 3 different options, as I'm sure most of you already know. But it's just so amazing for its time. 1983 it was made, and you think, wow, even to this day, there's not an attraction in Disney World or Epcot that is as epic as the likes of Horizon. So that's my personal opinion. It's an attraction that really needs to come back, please. It's one that Disney need to think, you know what, there's so many people who love this attraction, bring it back and make it as closely similar to the way it used to be with the music, but also kind of obviously update the TVs and the different things in the attraction. But a lot of the original inspiration and ideas for future technology came true. It's already come true. But some of it, like living in space and holographic TVs and things like that, is still not even, it's not reality. It's still not even happened. So it was way ahead of its time. Really cool attraction. Really good. Okay, so the next question. Okay, monorail or ferry? Funnily enough, last year we actually took the ferry more. I think it was because it was the fact that we were in the parks too late and they'd already closed down all the monorails, and the last option was to go on the ferry, to be honest with you. We enjoy staying as late as we can in the Magic Kingdom to get the full experience and enjoy walking around Main Street and taking photos and videos whilst it's nice and quiet, which is a really nice bonus. But like I say, I'd say the monorail is better transportation because you get to sit down a fair amount more. The ferry is nice, it gets you from A to B. And again, if the monorails are closed, there's pretty much no option anyway. So, but that's my opinion with that. I think monorail is fun, even though we did the ferry more last time. Okay, saddest moment in a Disney film. That's a really tough question because there's lots. There's so many sad moments. Yeah. So anyway, so you've got the likes of Bambi. That's Bambi's mum passing away. That's not nice at all. It's a real. Ooh. I'd say probably Scar as well. Killing Mufasa. It's a pretty epic moment where he just takes him out and kills him, and Simba's just like, "What?" And it's just really sad. So I think The Lion King has got to be one of the most that affected me as a youngster. Thinking, oh gosh, yeah, it's that was, I cried a few times when I was a kid because it was obviously really sad to think. It's just horrible film. Anyway, moving on. So we're on question number 15 now of 18. So favorite Disney villain. Gosh, that's a really good one. Favorite Disney villain? I'd have to say probably Scar, in a weird way, because Scar is kind of sneaky with it. He has a kind of, it's hard to explain. He has a motive and he has a reason for why he is being so evil and mean and horrible. Also, the evil witch, the evil the evil hag in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Obviously, she was a real scary one. So I think, but Scar, obviously, again, like I said, had an effect on me because he didn't care, prepared to kill just to become the king of the throne. I mean, it's just it's horrible. So that's probably the most epic but horrible Disney villain out there. Despise him, bah. So anyway, I'm glad he's gone. Yeah, I'm glad Mufasa. No, not Simba. Got his comeuppance. So favorite Disney princess and prince. Okay. I'd have to say the ones off Tangled, Rapunzel and Flynn Rider. I think it's a brilliant animation. Again, fairly recent. I'd have to say they're my favourites because they've got that comedy kind of quirkiness to them, and it's a lot of fun. What they do is definitely a lot of the whole film, everything with the storyline. That's one of my favourite films actually. I have to be honest with you. Tangled is one of my favourite animations because you've got a lot of emotion with it. It's kind of a typical Disney film. You've also got other quirky things that happen in it that aren't typically Disney like the old previous ways. And Flynn Rider's quite a funny character, and Rapunzel's very sweet and endearing, and how she's kind of doesn't know what's going on outside, and then when she gets outside, she's woo and doesn't really know how to control her emotions, and it's a lot of depth with the film, so it's definitely a lot of fun. It's and again, that's one of my favourite films. So we're gonna go back to the live chat now. See who's here. We've got Barney Lamming. Hello, Barney Lamming. How you doing? Scary Pics. Who are the people? They are indeed my parents. So that's me. You can't really tell because I look almost dead there. That's Dad, and that's my mummy. So me, Dad, and Mum. And I actually had mine done a year and a half ago when we went in 2016. And Mum and Dad decided to have theirs done in 2017, which was the last time we went in November. So that's so cool. That's a brilliant thing. Pretty scary people. I sometimes wake up. This is my bedroom, by the way. I sometimes wake up while I'm looking at it, just like what the. I think there's some sort of zombie at the end of my bed. But anyway, so Disney Days gotta go. Thanks a lot for watching Disney Days. That's brilliant. That's fine. TTFA for now. See you later. Okay. Barney Lammy has commented again. Can you show us what they look like? Yes, I can indeed. Let's have a look. I'm only stuck on with blue tack at the moment, but I'll continue with my Disney Q&A. Hold on 1 second. Right, so this is number 1. Scary stuff. I mean, that alone is quite scary, really. But then that's like, whoa! So anyway, that's number 1. This one's even scarier because it's my dad. Yeah, so that's Dad as per normal. I know you can't really tell the difference anyway. But hello Arthene Dive. Hello. How you doing? Welcome back. Hello. Thanks for joining us again. It's great to have you here. So we're just showing our Haunted Mansion merchandise at the moment, which is kind of like a interval, if you like. So this is my dad, I was saying. Again, can't really tell the difference between the two. They're both quite scary, to be fair. No, I'm only joking, really. And this is Mummy. So this is Mum's painting picture as well. So very sweet there. Not so sweet there, but still quite sweet, So they're really cool, these. A lot of fun. So yeah, like I say, Mum and Dad's got theirs done in 2017, but my one I got done in 2016 when we went to the Florida. That was the first time we knew that they were doing them, and it was awesome. A really cool experience how they get you in the room. I don't know how many other people in this chat have actually had that done, but it's so cool. You need to try it out. If you haven't already done it, try it out. It's super cool. So anyway, we're going to return back to the Disney Q&A. So we've only got a couple of questions left, so bear with me while I load up the questions. Okay, so we were just on number 16 where we were talking about the favourite Disney princess and prince. So again, that was Tangled with Rapunzel and Flynn Rider. So number 17 of 18. If you could live in any world from a Disney film, which would you choose? Gosh, that's a really good question actually. That's there are so many worlds. And this is specifically from a Disney film. I'd have to say something with adventure, but also kind of wonder. So, gosh, there's so many films out there, don't mind. I'd say probably something like Pirates of the Caribbean, because you've got the oldie worldy kind of feel, and I like that kind of swashbuckling pirates and all, and you've got the older times, where there's like those kind of things involved. So that's nice in a sense. But you've also got the more peaceful times of the likes of Snow White and Seven Dwarfs, most of the time anyway, and Pinocchio. I love Pinocchio's little village he's in. That there is also one of my favourites. Is where one of my favourite films indeed actually. Pinocchio is his own village. You don't get to see a huge amount of it, but when you just feel whenever he's there, you've got that sense of protection and it just looks like a nice little quirky little place. Another one, Ratatouille. Obviously Paris. To live in somewhere like Paris and be there is also pretty cool. Alright, so we're on number 18. Question number 18. So we have, if you could say anything to Walt Disney now, what would it be? Okay, what I'd say is do never give up on what you believed. To be honest with you, there's not a lot I could say that would change his mind anyway, because he was a dreamer, a proper dreamer. He was not interested in the money side of things. Maybe a little bit, who knows? But he had a belief where he took the gamble, he went for it. Even back to the days of when he was younger and he was actually making the likes of Mickey Mouse cartoons and more films. Before the parks even came into play with this, he had so much enthusiasm, he was so inspirational, and I think he was a very important person to have lived, because he has allowed so many of us to believe that if you follow your dreams, you'll end up being really really successful, or at least if you have a goal, or if you follow what you dream in, that's a really exciting thing to think. You know what? I want to dream that. I'm going to achieve it. And Walt Disney was living proof of that. He thought, right, I'm going to be an artist. I want to do cartoons. He made Mickey Mouse, made all the old wonderful little shorts, brilliant, successful. Films, successful. The likes of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and other ones including that. So wonderful animations, so much time put into it, and making them successful. Disney parks, whoa, completely amazing and incredible ideas that came into it. His mind put out all the original, again, going back to the likes of Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, Small World, all those kind of things. Walt Disney had a huge amount of, inspiration and thoughts and the thought process into making all those wonderful things for all of us to still enjoy to this day, many years later, many years, unfortunately, after he had passed. Is just incredible to me. How much his films, his original films, used to, even to this day, are still enjoyed by families, by adults, by kids, by anyone who watches them, and still have these really important messages that are still relevant to this day. And I think it's just, he was an amazing man. But again, going back to what I could say to him, I'd just basically say, carry on rooting for what you're doing, keep believing in what you're doing. And if he was still here now, I'd just say, keep, look at what you've done. This is amazing. I wish Walt Disney could see how much he's achieved and how many people he's made happy. And I'm sure he's seeing us and from somewhere to say, and to think, yes, it's amazing how much he's achieved in the time that he was here. But we're all still enjoying what he created primarily in the past. So. That's it for me. I think that was the last question, was it? Let's have a look. Yeah, that was the last question. But thanks ever so much for getting me involved in this. It's been a lot of fun actually. I was going to do it as like a pre-recorded video, but I thought, you know what? I've just been at work today, so I thought I'll come home and actually do it as kind of a live chat thing. At least I can kind of get involved and see who's actually watching this live. So going back to the chat, we've got Mary Ellen Clark again. Hello. Thanks again for everyone for sticking around and watching it. Dreamers Empire, thanks a lot for joining us live, for watching the whole of this as well. It's great. Really enjoyed this, James. Listen as I drive. Oh, great. Bit of shame you, but obviously you can watch live back if you want to. But great that you could actually hear the live chat as well. So it's great that you're all involved. Arthur Live joined. Barney Lamming. We've got Mary Ellen Clark who joined. Rob Furs and a few others. Obviously we're going to have more people watching as the replay kind of thing. But anyone who's here still, thanks a lot for all of you for watching. It's been great having you. And also be sure to check out other live streams that are happening tonight. I'm Nick from Magical News Live might be live this weekend. We've got our themed live, of course. Dreamer's Empire, who knows, he might be uploading some new videos in the next couple of weeks. And also Sabrina F and the likes of, obviously, Resort TV 1 with Josh and Jenna. And they're going to be live tonight, I believe, in the Magic Kingdom. So feel free to check them out tonight. I'll be watching. Obviously, I'm 5 hours ahead of time, and me and my parents. So we'll probably end up watching. We'll probably actually end up watching a film around that time. And then when 11 o'clock comes, we think, okay, it's time to turn on the live stream of Josh and Jenna and Resort TV 1. So we think, okay, it's good they've got that designated time of 6 o'clock, I believe it is tonight. So we'll be tuning in for that. And if we see you then, I might be chatting to a few of you if you join them later. So thanks again, everyone, for watching. It's great for you to have joined us. And since speaking here, we've got Brian Walls. Lovely to be here. Thank you for joining. I appreciate that. And Barney Lamming, you should work for Disney, James. That's very kind. Thank you. That's very kind. But yeah, and Dreamer's Empire. See you all in Magic Kingdom. Indeed. So see you all tonight. I'll be in the live chat, so you'll probably see my J.P.L Studios thingy come up. So see you all later in Josh and Jenna's live stream with Resort TV 1. I'm going to have some dinner. We're going to probably watch a film and then end up watching their live stream. So we'll all see you there. Thank you ever so much for all of you for joining. And we will see you real soon, guys. Again, this is the merchandise here. Alright, guys, thanks again for watching. And thanks for letting me get involved. See you later and see you in the next video, guys. Bye-bye.